Well, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Nedwick, and I do healthy lifestyle videos that include new recipes, some fashion content, some beauty content, a look into my crazy life, and I am documenting my journey on compounded tirzepatide, which of course is the active ingredient in Zepbound and Mounjaro. So a few people have already beat me to this news, but if you are following the FDA shortage, today the FDA announced that the shortage is over. And what that means is compounding pharmacies will no longer be able to make exact replicas of Zepbound and Mounjaro. Now, there is a grace period. It's my understanding that for state licensed pharmacies that are like 503A pharmacies, they have until February 18th to continue to fill orders. And 503B pharmacies have a little bit longer. They have until March 19th, 2025 to continue to fill orders. Now, don't panic. I think some of these telehealth companies will shut down business. When the news first started in the beginning of October, you saw what some of them did. Some of them took tirzepatide off of their menu and only offered semaglutide. We'll probably see some of that. But I want you to keep in mind that compounding pharmacies have been around for a very, very long time. And their purpose is to compound medication specific to a patient's needs. And my recommendation to you guys, if you are only using a telehealth company, talk to your primary care physician. Now, I have a fantastic primary care physician who will write me prescriptions to compounding pharmacies. And he'll add in B12 or whatever that pharmacy is doing. And I think that compounding will continue to exist beyond those February and March dates for patient-specific prescriptions. So if you're only using a telehealth company at the moment, then I would recommend speaking to your primary care physician and find out if they are willing to write prescriptions to compounding pharmacies. There are pharmacies all over the place that you haven't even heard of. I know we have a local one here in northeastern Ohio. I don't think they do tirzepatide, but I know that they compound semaglutide. So it will probably just be a matter of doing some research to find an available pharmacy. Now, with that being said, I do think that several of the telehealth companies, and I believe Orderly Meds is one of them, I believe that they are going to try to continue to give their clients some form of tirzepatide. As you know, Mochi Health just a few days ago announced that they were changing their dosages. And I've talked about this in past videos. One way around the FDA regulations is if you are not able to purchase brand name that suits your needs. And right now, the only vials that Eli Lilly have released are the 2.5 milligram and the 5 milligram doses. So if you need something, say, like I'm doing right now, I'm on 8 milligrams. Technically, there's no pen, either on Zepbound or Mounjaro, that offers an 8 milligram dose. Now, again, there's dose splitting that can occur, but you look at what is the manufacturer offering. And right now, for any doses beyond the 5 milligrams, they are only offering it in pens. So that's probably why Mochi Health is altering their doses. I know when this first happened in the beginning of October, Orderly Meds sent out an email to their existing clients saying they were going to alter doses and also add glycine. Now, I have not heard anything from Orderly Meds yet, but if you are able, you can still purchase Tirzepatide through Orderly Meds or other telehealth companies up until February or March of next year. I've said in the past videos, I have stocked up. I have about 10 months worth. I am actually still awaiting my last 3 vials from Zappy Health, and they should be arriving in the next few days, hopefully. The good thing about the pharmacy that Zappy Health uses, which is called Ousia, O-U-S-I-A, their vials have a 1-year bud date. And as of right now, they are not mixing their Tirzepatide with any other additive. So if you are able to stock up, I do recommend that you check out either Orderly Meds or Zappy Health. And I have referral links for both of them in the description box below. The other thing is if you are just starting out and you're interested in the starter packages that Orderly Meds offers, the best deal right now is for 3 vials of Tirzepatide for $5.99. And that's 1 vial of the 2.5, 1 vial of 5, and 1 vial of 7.5. So if you're just starting out, that's actually an excellent price. It's less than $200 a vial. And neither Orderly Meds or Zappy require a subscription fee. So check those out if you are looking to stock up, but I wouldn't panic. You know, it did make me feel less anxious to have a supply and have a supply that will last for a year. I am very comforted that the vials from Ousia Pharmacy have a 1-year bud date. And hopefully in that time period, I will lose the weight that I need to lose and then go on some type of maintenance schedule. Also, don't forget about the savings card. Now, I know it's still extremely expensive, but the savings card from Eli Lilly brings it down to $550 for a 1-month supply, and in some cases, a $650. Luckily, mine was $550. I did download the savings card for 2025, and it lasts until December of 2025. I have not tried to use it, so I'm not sure if that savings card is going to go up to $650 or stay at $550. When and if I do end up using that, I'll let you guys know. But all is not lost. These bigger telehealth companies, you know, like Mochi, like Orderly Meds, like Zappy, I think, although they're relatively new on the scene, I think that they have too much invested in this to just stop without a fight. I think that they are going to keep trying to fill their clients' Tirzepatide needs in the near future, at least through March and probably beyond. But like I said, my recommendation to you is get a primary care physician that will work with you, because there will still be compounding pharmacies, and those would be your 503A pharmacies. And I believe Red Rock is a 503A pharmacy that will still fill orders from private physicians. And I think those are going to be less susceptible to attack than maybe the orders from these telehealth companies where you don't actually even see a doctor. So that's my thought there. Now, back to the lawsuit. Now, back in the beginning of October, when the FDA first declared that Tirzepatide was no longer in shortage, the OFA, Outsourcing Facilities Association, filed a lawsuit, a federal lawsuit in Texas, and against the FDA. And then before the FDA decided to rethink its position and everything got put on hold, the plaintiffs in that lawsuit were about to file a preliminary injunction. And if you guys follow my channel, you know that I am a lawyer. Now, I am not a civil lawyer that knows a ton about compounding pharmacies, but I do know the basics of the law. And a preliminary injunction is what you file when you want some action taken or some action to cease. And I believe now that the FDA has come back and declared there is no shortage, that now we'll be looking at that preliminary injunction. And a couple of things can happen with that. The judge can grant it, and that would allow compounding pharmacies to continue to produce Tirzepatide while the matter is stayed or still being litigated. Or they could deny it. There's a very good chance that they will grant it because, as we know, there really seems to be still a shortage. I have heard from many subscribers who can't find the dosage that they need. I've heard that 15 milligram dosage of Zepbound and Mounjaro is really hard to find. Now, when I got my 10 milligram box of Zepbound, I got it from Walmart Pharmacy and it was in stock. I'm not sure what that means, but if you're on the name brand and you are having difficulty getting your medication, please report it to the FDA. There is a link that I'll put in my description box where you can report a shortage. Now, I do follow Dave from On the Pen. I think he's great. I also follow Brittany on Brittany Rose Vlogs. They are both excellent sources of information. And Dave, he shouted out to content creators to do hashtag release all the vials. Now, as a content creator, I'm not sure exactly what to do with that. I'll guess I'll add a hashtag in my description box. But essentially, another angle that we need to pursue is really letting Eli Lilly know that we want affordable medication. And we want them to release the vials at all strengths at a price that's comparable to the compounding Tirzepatide. So I'm going to go ahead and start using that hashtag. And I think that's what the future is going to hold. Eventually, this mass-produced compounding of Tirzepatide is going to end. I think there will always be individual orders that can be filled, which is why I recommend getting your own primary care physician on board with you. But eventually, these mass telehealth companies are going to have to stop producing compounded Tirzepatide. And unfortunately, I think semaglutide is next. I'll keep you guys posted about that. That was always kind of my fallback plan if I was unable to get Tirzepatide. So we will see. As of right now, the FDA has not taken semaglutide off the shortage list. And also remember that Eli Lilly is finishing up clinical trials of retatrutide, which is supposed to be even better than Tirzepatide. And that, I think, could come out sometime in 2026. So if that's the case, once that comes out, they might be reducing the price for Tirzepatide. So there's still a lot of play. And, you know, lawsuits take forever. So I don't think that the lawsuit that was filed this October is even close to being over. That's Kylie again. She sure has a lot to say. But anyways, I wanted to assure you guys that at least for the next few months, I think we're going to be fine. And maybe even beyond that. I do want you guys to know that there are pharmacies in Canada, I just Googled them, that sell Manjaro in vials and will ship to the United States. So if you do get a primary care physician, you can look into purchasing those vials. Now, those work out to be actually more expensive for a month's supply than with the savings card. But if you don't have the savings card and your only option is to purchase Tirzepatide at full brand name price, which I think is like $1,200, then look into the Canadian pharmacies. I think, the price goes up as the dosage increases, but I think even at the max dose, it's like $759 for a month's supply of 15. Anyway, you can check that out yourself. So I wasn't really planning on doing a video today, but I wanted to let you guys know that this isn't over. You're still going to have access, at least for the next few months. If you can, it doesn't hurt to stock up. If you can't, then I still think you're going to be able to get your compounded Tirzepatide. All right, guys. Well, I kind of expected that this was going to happen, especially when Mochi altered their doses a couple days ago. I thought, I think they know something we don't know. But these big telehealth companies, they have fallback plans, and they're not gonna lay down without a fight. So if for some reason your telehealth company shuts down and you're interested in Orderly Meds or Zappy Health, like I said, I have a referral link in the description box below. For the Orderly Meds, you would get $50 off your purchase. For the Zappy Health, I believe it's $30 off. So don't panic. I don't think there's a huge need to stock up. If you can afford it and it's gonna make you feel better like me, then go ahead and do it. But I'm not stocking up past what I can use before the bud dates. So, I think a lot of people are also gonna go to research grade peptides. Personally, I don't think I will because I'm not sure they're safe, and I don't recommend that anybody do that. But I think you are gonna start seeing some of that. And if some of these telehealth companies start popping up, offering these research peptides, I'd be very careful. Well, I wish I had better news. I think we all kind of expected this. I was hoping that at the very least they would kick this past the December 19th date and wait for the new administration, but I mean, it is what it is, and we will be okay. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel. And tick that notification bell so you are alerted every time I upload a new video. I'm gonna say goodbye for now. Hang in there, and I will see you next time.
Let's go outside. The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun.